everyone, welcome to the first nostalgia for 2019 and for Dan's first nostalgia. Welcome.
Hello, thank you.
How does it feel to be on a show that's not the main show on the actual channel?
The same.
Yep. Fair.
Being on the normal show.
That's fair. Oh,
Yeah,
you do all the
I'm
live
at
streams
the
and
bar,
stuff as well.
so I can.
Yeah, we can all pull
I can Sammy Newman out.
pull
or
out a big
Paul-
lean.
or Trevor Marmalade.
Just
Yeah,
duck
those
down.
are some. That was football stuff, I assume.
Cool. Yep.
Yeah, we can't
We'll
go.
take that. Today we're going to be talking about Resident Evil because we have the remake, HD remake of Resident Evil 2, which you just played the demo for, I believe.
The what was it? The one shot 30-minute one.
So how was that initially?
Well, short.
Very.
So for those who don't know what it is, you got to play the demo once for 30 minutes. And I spent most of my time just trying to solve a puzzle, which you didn't have to.
Oh no!
So I thought you had to solve it to keep going.
Yeah,
but
it's
you
like,
don't
oh, I'll
have to do
need
that.
this to have to get through the next door, and then just nothing.
Yeah, it didn't. I just didn't realize there was a door next to me I could have walked through.
Have you watched other people play it to try and understand more, or
No.
just
Yeah,
left it
play
at
when
that?
it comes out, yeah.
Nice.
Live streamed it.
Yes, yeah. Go check that out. The VOD's on the main channel just
Or-
below.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Links in the description.
That's it. But yeah, so for context, I was born in the year between Resident Evil 1 and Resident Evil 2 were released.
Yeah.
So how was that? Because I was a baby.
So you weren't born when Resident Evil 1 came out?
No, that was 1996.
Oh, you're so budget.
I know. I'm sorry.
What was it like? I remember when Resident Evil 1 came out. I can remember this pretty well.
Yeah.
PlayStation was booming.
Like peak of its game?
It
or-
was when the PlayStation first came out in Australia. There were $1,000 to buy it, so that was still in the time I reckon that Resident Evil came out.
Oh, that's like the
Is that right
PS3,
then?
wasn't it?
Yeah, around that time.
PS3 was stupid expensive at release, wasn't it?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I can't remember. To me,
think
after
so.
the PlayStation came out, I just thought consoles were $1,000 from then. But yeah, I remember it came out, and I started playing it. I didn't really know what it was. Like, I didn't get it. And then I remember it's the first game ever that my parents sat down, and that was the only game I've ever seen them interested in.
Wow.
They were like, this game's like a movie. There's talking in this game.
Yeah.
And it was not the worst, right?
Because it wasn't
the
a
dialogue
junky
was-
platformer.
Yeah, the dialogue was so bad. It was like, you got two people and they just turn to each other and go, Barry, we gotta do this. He's like, you're right, Jill.
Oh,
We
Jesus.
should.
Yeah.
And but like for some reason, my
But
parents were just like, and they've never been interested in games.
It got
even
them
since.
somewhat invested in
Well,
it.
they watched me play it, and they were just like, "Oh, try this, try that,
Oh,
try
that's
this." And it was
awesome.
the first time experience I think my parents have ever had. They didn't watch the whole thing,
Yeah.
but I remember like just trying to work it out. Back in the day, there's no cheats, there's
Yeah.
there's no internet, there's books, so you just have to rely on a book having
Find the
specific
big guide.
thing.
Yeah.
So it was a very trial and error kind of vibe. It was long, and it made those games really long because
Yeah.
people would just play them and play them.
'Cause
And you end up going over the map like 17 times.
Because
trying to work out.
it very much you
You-
go back and forth quite a bit between different things, getting different keys and stuff, right?
Yeah, and so when you got stuck, you just had to basically go to every single room and try anything of the whole game that was open to you, and you would.
Yeah.
And you just had to do a session of floor 1. I'm just going to try every door and
Yep. Just like, all right, cool. I have some time now to just commit to roaming.
yeah. And the puzzles were quite cryptic back then, so
God.
it was the first time I'd come across cryptic puzzling in games.
Yeah.
So there was a picture of a painting on the wall, and there'd be this riddle in another part of the game which you had to work
Jesus.
out. Was like, oh, they're talking about the painting.
You've got to go back and look at that.
And then the painting, from that and that, and I'm like, oh my god, I'd never encountered anything like that in a game. Before
God.
that, it was like, fighting games, Mega Man,
Yeah. A bit of jumping around and everything, and that's about it.
yeah, or maybe get lost in a maze.
Yeah. But you're partial to Resident Evil 2 as well, aren't you? With the
Yeah,
whole police station setting?
Yeah. So the Resident Evil 1 was amazing. Then Resident Evil 2 came out, and then it just went nuts.
Yeah.
It was like
Balls to the wall.
it was like the same vibe, but just upped.
Yeah.
Up to 100.
They clearly realised what a good thing they've got.
Yeah,
and
and
just
it
really
started
went
off
with it.
like, I'm trying to remember the restart. This is a long time ago.
98.
Yeah. So, I had left high school.
I had left the womb.
Yeah, you got out of the womb. Yeah, and it has all that fire at the start and zombie effect with zombies on fire and that. And there's a crashed helicopter or something. I can't remember, but I just remember. And then you eventually get into the police station, and then it just goes from there. And you're like, and the lickers come in.
Ooh.
The lickers.
Oof.
Yeah, and it was
I just realized I have to get footage for all this Resident Evil stuff, and I hate scary things.
Nah, it's not even that scary.
Okay.
The first Resident Evil, though, like, that was the best. So you start off in the mansion, and you're so sure it's just a mansion thing, and eventually you get down to the labs, and that's when I was just like, whoa.
This has taken...
And it was like, and it's not just a lab you go down to, it's like an abandoned lab. So there was like giant tanks that had sharks in them that had burst, and then the rooms had filled up, so there were sharks in the offices and stuff.
God, what?
And cool stuff like that.
I didn't know Resident Evil had that sort of stuff. I thought it was just zombies and stuff.
Nah, man, it's the best.
What?
And like, you just all kinds of puzzles and weird things.
Yeah.
And you're just always looking for a rocket launcher. And I'm the kind of guy that when I play games, I'll get a rocket launcher. I'm like, oh, there's going to be the opportune moment to, use this. And then I finish the game and I've never used it.
Never used it once.
Yeah, I hoard my ammo.
Yeah.
I shoot everyone with the pinker, the poop, poop, poop. The pinker?
Trying to get little pops in the head.
Yeah, and then I get that, and then I get into the game like, man. But I've kind of been learning off of that these days. I'm like, nah.
You're like, nah, I need to utilize while I've got it.
Yeah, I'm just have fun. Just blow up the next zombie you see, or the next...
Just commit to it.
Yeah, shoot the next Pokemon
and then immediately after that first one will be something close to a boss. And you'll be like, oh, damn it, I wasted it entirely.
Yeah, but that's how it goes.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
It's worth it. And then Resident Evil 3 and 4 as well.
So Nemesis, number 3, it's just got the bloke that walks around just going, it's like a big dude in a jacket, and he just walks around, you can't kill him, he walks around the game just saying stars, because stars were the Raccoon City Police Department, like special force, like the stars.
Okay.
And he's just like, stars! Well, he doesn't sound like that, but yeah. But then you get the classic also Resident Evil games, you get the, like when you press start, it always did like, Resident Evil 2.
Oh my god.
Resident Evil. Resident Evil 2. Resident Evil. Resident Evil 4.
But they kind of, I noticed that wasn't in the demo, and I'm like, it just did like a...
Yeah, and you're like, oh, I really want to keep that there.
Yeah, you want the Resident Evil 2.
Oh, I hope it makes the actual remake, because that'd be great.
Oh, dude, it probably will. But that new demo
looks gorgeous.
Bonkers. Yeah, it's like so smooth, so everything. And it puts to shame like Resident Evil 5, 6. Have I done 7?
7? No.
Yes, they did.
7 was
Res 7 was the first person thing, which wasn't
new one.
Let's face it, was not a Resident Evil game. In my opinion.
I was going to ask about that because that was a very different step for them compared to the third-person tank controls.
As its own game, it's amazing.
Yeah.
But as a Resident Evil game, I found the Resident Evil games lost it. Once Wesker became this recurring character, and it was all about like whatever it was about.
Didn't it start to become a bit more less of like a
actiony?
Yeah, like adventure sort of style with
quick
the
time events.
Yeah, very much that stuff.
Like that. But this game just nailed it. It feels like Resident Evil 2. It feels like the Resident Evils that everyone fell in love with. So why couldn't they just have done that?
Just keep going,
they
do something new, but
ante.
keep it the same.
Like, if you just have a Resident Evil game could be like, you could have just had Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil 2, which is in Raccoon City as well. They're both in the same town. Yeah, they are.
Okay. 2
examples of how it works. Like, they were both 2 games set at the same time.
Yeah.
Why wasn't the 3rd one? Maybe it was, I can't remember. Or the 5th and 6th and that one. Just all of them are always set in Raccoon City in 1996, whenever it
just
started,
all setting around the same time.
Different characters that if you want,
stories.
you can pull characters in that come into it and in and out. And you
cool.
get that same thing. You can have other mansions. Like, why did Umbrella just only have one mansion? And maybe it links up, and then you could link into the other games as well. Ooh. They could have had this and still kept that scary vibe and like. I mean, you can add new elements and stuff like that and that. I mean, I did like Resident Evil Code Veronica.
Okay.
I played that one on the Dreamcast. That to me was kind of like my last Resident Evil.
And you were just like, all the other ones after that, it was meh.
Yeah, I don't even know where they count Code Veronica. I think that comes in between 3 and 4.
I'll have it on the screen right now.
Yeah, but you played the lady, Jill? I think it was Jill? Claire?
I'm surprised with how many characters are in Resident Evil. It's totally not a game I would expect many characters to be in. It's a full star-studded cast.
It's a thick cast.
A thick cast.
But I'd actually forgotten about Code Veronica till right now. But I used to love that one. It had the spiders and it just had a good vibe. But you got to be the president's daughter momentarily.
Oh, that's that one.
Yeah,
okay. That's literally the only reference to that I know.
Because I always use it because it's the worst character you could ever be. The most useless little girl that's the president's daughter.
Yeah. And then just a quick opinion. I want to see what your thoughts are. Resident Evil films.
See, they're their own thing, and the things that the franchise did wrong is they tried to assimilate ideas from the films into the later games, like the Red Queen and stuff.
All of this other stuff that they added just to fill out the films a bit more,
Alice,
make them more actiony.
I'm pretty sure Alice was never even in any of the games. Like, I don't understand. Like, the main character of their whole film franchise has nothing to do with the game.
Mila Jovovich.
Yeah, she's great. Yeah. Don't get me wrong; those are fun films.
Oh, they're fun.
They're fun. They went full post-apocalyptic, which I full respect. Like,
that's commitment to the bit.
And just keep going and keep going.
Yeah.
Everyone I watch, I'm like, yep, effects time. I think even the last one we watched, it wasn't even that bad. Like, you think they'll get worse as they go along, but they actually kind of slumped in the middle.
Yeah.
And then come back
just
out.
Sort of like skip the middle part.
So they're just like, they're walking down a hole and then getting back up out of it.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming and talking about Resident Evil.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank me.
Thanks, Ben.